Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to the Motherboards.org YouTube channel. I'm Elric Ferris, your host. Well, the P67 chipset is back in action. All that stuff they were having problems with their SATA control, with your drives degrading, has all been fixed with revision B3. Now, today we're just going to do the unboxing of the H67H2-M by ECS. A lot of you people out there look down on ECS and think they're like a really nasty low-end company. They're really not. This company is very popular in Asia and actually one of the oldest companies in the entire PC industry. Not only that, the ECS line that you see overseas making boards makes boards for a lot of companies that you really do love, including Asus and others. Sometimes they share the factory. ECS is just one of the names. But for now, let's just jump right in and check out this new H67H2-M, which is a mini board in the P67 chipset. You can see it's by ECS Elitegroup, the H67H2-M, B3 stepping. You diehards, we'll show you guys the back of the box as well. This explains some of the specific features about this. So I'll just let the camera sit there for a second to give you guys a chance just to read over those, because a lot of you guys like to go over the features. This is basically based on the P67 chipset. It supports all of the i7, i5, and i3 second generation CPUs. These are the ones that have the embedded graphics. So in this one, I'm going to go ahead and just bust the motherboard out first. It's here on top. Take a look at the board. Very nice looking board. Looks like this got stuck on here, and that was a bad mistake by somebody because it came completely stuck to the board. But anyways, you can take a look all around the ZIF socket. Lots of room around there. Got good solid capacitors on here, all low capacity, low profile, so you don't hit anything on them. Spin over here. This motherboard supports dual channel DDR3 up to 32 gigabytes. On board over here, we have your nice reset button and your CMOS for recorrecting it. These are good things. We've also got right here a little thing here. This is the numbers that tells you what's wrong with your board. When you're starting your board up, these numbers will flip through, and inside the BIOS, there'll actually be a little guide that tells you what that number means if it's booting up. One drawback to this motherboard, though, for a lot of people is there is only a single PCI X16 slot. There's only one. And then you have a standard PCI slot. You do have two of the PCI 1X slots, but for anybody who wants to do hardcore gaming, they're probably going to retract and not like that feature. Other than that, you can see we got a nice, really big, cool heatsink up here covering everything up. Even to my hand to touch, it's very, very cool. So as you spin this board around, we take a little look at the rear I/O. There are lots of options for using your video, which is one of the main things about using these new P67 chipsets, because all of the new CPUs, the second gen ones, have the video built on board. And for those connections, you get your standard VGA, a DVI. You also get an HDMI and a DisplayPort. In between theirs, you have a little restart button so that the system is actually installed into your case and you need to restart your system, you can hit this right here. Great for overclockers. You get one powered eSATA port right here. Above that, we have two standard USB ports. Then we get, again, two more standard USB ports. Then we get a set of dual LAN ports, two USB 3.0 ports, and SPDIF for digital 7.1 audio, and your standard analog connectors all in one. So for anybody building like an entertainment system or an HD PC, this is going to be one of the most awesome boards for that. It's small, got lots of filters built in. Go ahead and open the box back up once more. I'll go ahead and pull all the accessories out of the box and we'll go over them. I'm going to start off a little bit different this time. This time I'm going to start off with the rear I/O. Then we're going to move this out. This might be a little bit too big for my camera to get the whole thing in the angle, so I'm not going to pull it totally out. But this is basically a step-by-step installation guide all the way down in multi-language. This is pretty good for beginning user. Actually, so see a lot of you guys say, oh, ECS is junk. ECS has actually some of the best documentation that anybody has. You'd be surprised on some of the people that have crappy documentation. Then we're going to move forward. We've got the user's manual. The driver CD, this is all the drivers for your motherboard that you're going to need, all your LAN, everything else, all right in there. Then we're going to move on. We have three SATA 6 gigabit connection cables. Three of those here. I guess they didn't come in any packaging or anything. Oh, actually, excuse me, there's actually four of these here. So excuse me, I have four of those right there. And then I have a rear blackout bracket for powered eSATA again. This connects to your board, and this is your blackout bracket. Now these things right here, I don't know why they included them, but these are all a bunch of little plastic things. Let me pull this back over here. These plastic things actually insert in all these little holes back here. So if you want to keep the dust out of everything on your video card connections, you can use these. So basically, here is everything though that comes in the box of the new ECS H67H2-M. Thanks for watching.